2024 Euro star Kieran Trippier was very nearly a Manchester United player back when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was manager. Everything indicates he probably should have been. Manchester United have been desperate for a consistent right-back since Antonio Valencia retired, which now thankfully under eriktenhag looks to have been filled with Diogo Dalot coming into his own. However, would things be different if Trippier had arrived? The England right-back has been one of the finest fullbacks of his generation, and his versatility would have been mightily useful around Old Trafford. Nevertheless, it never came to fruition, although it was mightily close, as he explained to apparently one of his footballing idols. Knowing that Trippier was a Red Devil supporter makes the move never materialising all the more bitter. He'd have been a fantastic asset around Carrington. Trippier grew up watching United and sees many Red Devils legends as some of his favourite players of all time. This includes fullback Gary Neville. In a quickfire interview with TalkSport whilst on international duty at Euro 2024, Trippier was asked who is his favourite ever fullback. He didn't even hesitate with his response, 8-time Premier League winner, Neville. This is why it must have been an honour to speak to one of his footballing idols on a recent podcast, where he opened up about nearly sealing a move to the red side of Manchester. Despite starting his career at Manchester City, he was actually a boyhood Manchester United fan. This is why when his move to United in 2021 never panned out, it was massively disappointing for him. Trippier told Neville on the overlap, "When I was in Madrid, the season before I left, it was a tough year for me for numerous reasons. I just wanted to come back to England. My family was finding it difficult at the time. I could have stayed at Atletico Madrid. I could have signed a new 3-year contract. Diego Simeone in the car park on the day I was leaving didn't want me to go, but it was the right thing at the right time for my family. As players, you have to be realistic of where you can go. I knew I wasn't going to sign for Manchester City or Liverpool. I knew I was restricted to certain clubs. United did come in for me straight after the Euros, and that was very close. I grew up with my family being Reds, but it didn't happen. Everything happens for a reason." Neville probed deeper on the United aspect. He asked what happened, to which Trips replied, "It just fell away. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was the manager at the time and everything seemed perfect. I was chuffed. It was Manchester United, the biggest club in the world. It didn't happen and I was back at Madrid. 6 months later I was at Newcastle. Everyone raised their eyebrows. Obviously people were saying he is going for the money, and he is going for this and that. I have made it clear many times that I took less money going to Newcastle than I did staying at Madrid. I didn't have a relegation clause, even at the position we were in. I trusted the manager, and that is a key factor to why I came." What could have been? Trippier may never play for his boyhood club, but hopefully, he can delight a few Manchester United fans this summer by helping England win the European Championship in Germany.